Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Let me know if y'all can hear me in la shop.
Trajecting.
What's the French toast?
She belongs to the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
She
Belongs to the streets.
Stop the cap.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I call Brother Myron the Sambo from Sudan. We love some chocolate black women. They just love them some blonde hair, blue-eyed, pink toes, pale skin, buttermilk complexion, iron and board backside, Caucasoid mutanoid, white cave bitches. Yup. I call Brother Myron the Sambo from Sudan.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the unexpected and unscheduled 867th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity. It is Tuesday, July the 12th of 2022. It is good to have you guys in today. Shout out to my guys on the sniper side, on the Sharpe stream side. We've got Dre Raven in the house, JB84, and of course, as always, the lovely and talented Devon. Shout out to my sharpshooters on the YouTube side. JB84 double dipping. P-Dubs is in the house. Sheen will win. J-Blaze double dipping. Actually, J-Blaze is usually double dipping. He's not. Dre Raven's double dipping. Good to see you guys in here today. We are streaming live to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble. Let's see, who else are we streaming to? Facebook again. MGTOW.tv, MGTOW.tv, Manosphere.tv, and of course in crystal clear, high resolution 4K 2 Sharpe stream. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Let me just go ahead and, I guess I'll just go ahead and make this announcement right off the bat. There's not going to be a Temptation Island breakdown after the show. The reason for that is because my doctor has recommended that I drastically cut back on my live streaming. So doing more than one live stream a day, unfortunately, contributes to the elevated blood pressure. My blood pressure is under control now, but of course, you know, and of course, you guys know that I'm not averse to working hard, but when it starts to negatively affect your physical health, that's when you have to, that's when you've got to take what the doc says. That's when you have to take him seriously. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna do this live stream today, something I haven't done in quite a while. The phone lines will be open later. The phone lines will be open later. 516-387-1987. Again, that is 516-387-1987. I will let you know when the phone lines are open. You guys can comment on whatever you would like to. You can comment on Jen. You can comment on the on any of our relationship shorts, our relationship skits. You can comment, ask questions, etc., etc. And I'll be more than happy to field all of your phone calls. We will do that at the conclusion of this particular breakdown. And so to business. So you guys know that I haven't live streamed in quite a while, and for good reason. First off, I'm trying to cut back on my work schedule a little bit. Number two, our relationship skits are doing quite well. So well, in fact, that our live streams have become really almost obsolete. Content creation is about constant evolution, and listen, man, if you hit a skit on something that works, you got to stick with it. You got to ride it till the wheels fall off. When this no longer works, I'll do something else. At any rate, shout out to, I know who sent this to me. I don't want to say his name. Shout out to Chris G. Shout out to Chris G, who attended the CME. He sent me this video on your screen. Shout out to Kendra G, by the way, who appears to be the closest thing to a female Kevin Samuels. No one's going to replace the late great Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is a once in a generation, once in a lifetime type of personality. No one will ever replace him. A few of us who are fortunate enough to have a big enough platform to where we get eyeballs, maybe a lucky few of us can sort of come together as sort of like the Kevin Samuels Voltron and maybe hold his jockstrap in terms of the influence and the positivity he used to spread around. So there's never, ever going to be a replacement for Kevin Samuels. But Kendra G she's got a call-in dating show, and it appears that a lot of women call up her show, and they really kind of say the same things as they do on Kevin's show. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Kendra G might actually be, dare I say, confrontational with these women. She's actually telling these women the truth. Now, before we get into this video, I want to, because a lot of you guys who probably never watched my live streams before, you guys have seen replays. A lot of you probably don't know who the woman is on your screen, on the right-hand side of your screen. Her name is On the Block with Jen. Her name is Jen. She lives in Las Vegas. Very good-looking Latina woman. She is almost 49 years old. Doesn't look a day over 35. Phenomenal shape. She looks fantastic. But that's really where the benefits end for Ms. Block. I guess I'll just call her Jen. You guys remember that American Dad episode where Roger was Jen, femme de bloc? Anyway, I crossed swords with this woman almost a year ago. August 19th, it was 8 days after my birthday. I made an appearance on the TLA show, the live attorney. And the reason I made an appearance on the show is because this woman was on the panel and she was running off at the mouth talking all kinds of ignorance. And so I felt the need to join in the show, call in, and more or less set her straight. What ensued were a lot of, let's call them fireworks, which culminated in her calling me the N-word. Now, of course, when someone calls me the N-word, I don't really respond to that. It's not something that angers me. It's not something that upsets me. This is because I was raised on military bases and I knew that the N-word existed, but I didn't know that I was supposed to be offended by it. So when Jen called me the N-word, wasn't offended by it. I've been called the N-word when I was down delivering mattresses in Georgia. The guy tried to rattle me. It was what it was. It was what it was. So Jen tried to take the nuclear option and it fell flat. Then she was on the broadcast with TLA the very next day defending what she said. She has not been back since. I literally lifted the veil on Ms. Block and exposed her for who and what she is. So before we get into this video, I would like to play you a few of the highlights from my, let's call it discussion with Jen on the block. Here we go.
Backstage seething, okay? There's no right or wrong here. You have an opinion, I have an opinion. Men take advantage of women. Fact.
Yes.
Women take advantage of men. Fact.
Yes.
All right, you're talking about men are supposed to be the financial providers, and that's what they're supposed to do. First of all, men are constantly preaching 50-50. A man just said if a woman doesn't go Dutch, she's for the rejecting because he's emotional about it.
Okay, but go ahead, Jen. Go ahead. Okay.
I don't know. I don't care. We've all been through some BS with the opposite sex. If you're a heterosexual person, you've been run through the mill or been had or whatever, or been lied to, whatever. It happens, okay? Women take advantage of men. Men take advantage of women. He just said something. Oh, but when a man gets over, God forbid. What are you talking about? Men get women pregnant and dump them to raise children. Women use men for food. That is the human way with men and women. But it sounds to me more like you didn't want to debate me. You wanted to debate your experiences and you're projecting. And I'm like, I can't help you with that, sir. Okay? And you can address me as Jen. I don't have to be honey, baby, sweetie, boo-boo. I don't have to be all of that. Relax. We can have this discussion. Okay? But you're projecting. I've been through things too, like every other woman with a man. I'm not projecting at you. I'm not saying all men are dogs. You just said that. I don't think all men are dogs. I don't think all men are dogs, but you just threw that at me as if that's my point of view. And as far as, oh, you can't speak for a man because you're not a man. I can never speak for a man. You can't speak for a woman. But because we are heterosexual individuals, I can talk about my experience with men and you can talk about your experience with women. But you're coming in too hot. And I didn't do it to you, honey, baby, sweetie, boo-boo. I didn't do it to you. I have my opinions.
I prefer boo-boo, actually.
Okay, well.
So, as you can see, the conversation got off to a rousing start, number one. Number two, didn't really make much sense. I didn't play what I said in my opening salvo because I don't think that's relevant. You guys have heard me say the same things on my platform for years and years. There's no need for you to hear me saying it on another platform. But when I pointed out that women get over on men all the time, nobody bats an eye. But when a man gets over on a woman, they send people to jail, the dine and dash date, et cetera, et cetera. But then she says men get women pregnant and leave them to raise other children. She was all in her feelings. What she meant to say was men get women pregnant and then leave them. Yes, and those men are dragged through society. We call them deadbeat dads. They're in and out of prison or jail because they can't pay child support or won't pay child support. Yes, listen, man, there are some men out there that are some dogs. We totally understand that. But trash men get dogged a lot more than trash women, and that was my point. But the conversation didn't end there. Oh, it got better. Here we go.
Okay, so let me respond. What's your name?
What's that?
What is your name?
Boo Boo.
His name is Donovan Sharpe. He's an OG. He's an OG in this space. Yeah, Donovan's the man.
Although he's playing Captain Obvious now, right? I never said that it was just your experience, but I guarantee it was your experience. I can tell by how you jumped on here.
That
okay,
is literally what you said.
Came in here like a bitch in heat. Okay, so I know it was your experience. So I'm not saying that it was just yours. We're all experiencing the same thing as human beings. Okay, so you're saying, oh, you think men are lying? Men are lying. We just ran into each other. No, you're not lying. Women find women who have.
Yes, that is literally what she said. I said that's what she said, and then she came on and said, no, that's not what I said. So there's another contradiction.
And burn. We do it at the beauty shop, at the beauty salon, getting our nails done, at the party, at the tea party. We find each other, oh, really? That happened to you? Well, a guy did X, Y, and Z to me.
And there you see a simp in the chat. I mentioned the fact that most women don't dump their girlfriends. I pointed out during this broadcast, I said, look, men don't dump women. Women leave better than 99% of the relationships. Then, of course, this dude jumps on with a $2 super chat, La Queen of Cleveland. I've dumped all of my girlfriends. I'm an average man.
Stop the cap.
Look, bro, you ain't got to lie to kick it. You ain't got to lie to kick it. Jen was never going to, dude, Jen was never going to bang you anyway. There's no need to pander to her.
That's what human beings do, Captain Obvious. So when men get together, and now with the manosphere and YouTube, all you guys got together who've been burned and are bitter as hell. And I was like, we have a club. Let's get those women. No shit. No shit, Sherlock. Captain Obvious. That is what happens. You're still not getting my point. Shit happens between men and women. Shit happens. Well, when was the last time a man broke up with a woman? Women break up with men. Shit happens. Men get women pregnant and bounce and don't take care of the children. Shit happens. Why are you so upset?
Interesting. She was, why are you so upset? But she looks like the one who is clearly upset. Number one, you see the typical mindset of the modern woman. When unfortunate circumstances befall men, what's women's response? Well, shit happens. Get over it. Deal with it. You're a man. Deal with life. But then when a man does it to a woman, oh, men knock up women and leave them. Like you're talking out of different sides of your mouth. Shout out to Perry Williams. Welcome to Chat Privileges. At Perry Williams to welcome him to Chat Privileges. Perry, if you would, put your name, not your name, put your age and location in the chat, if you would. Dr. B, 84, member for 28 months. Dude, over 2 years. Holy smokes. Says she is masculine AF. Yep. Absolutely. What is her masculinity power level?
It's over 9,000!
Yep, that sounds about right, Vegeta. Appreciate that. Man of Understanding with the $2 super chat says, I knew you was going to get her. Yeah, man, you know, I had to come out of my hiatus, my streaming hiatus, to talk about this. But believe it or not, guys, I'm still not done. There was more to the conversation. Watch and listen. This condescension that she's showing, all of this, and what you don't even know what projection means. Every woman when they're losing an argument. Notice her at the top of the screen, acting like a 5-year-old. Just watch. She's acting like a 5-year-old as I am talking. I didn't even notice this because I wasn't even paying attention. You're projecting. Let me clue you in on something. I have absolutely, very, very mature. She was 48 years old, 47, 40. This is a woman in her late 40s. Look at your screen, guys. This is a woman in her late 40s. And she wonders why she doesn't have a man. As McKnight on the screen correctly points out, she has no idea who Donovan is. Yeah, she has no idea who I am. I have absolutely no problem with, and I've said this all the time, a lot of guys, very, very, very mature, very, very mature of Ms. Block here. Very mature. Guys have a problem with women who are gold diggers, right? Well, she's just a gold digger. She just wants him because of his money. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a woman choosing a man because he has money any more than there's anything wrong with a man who chooses a woman based on the way she looks. This is biology. What I came on to tell you is that the dating market is not as simple as you think it is.
It is for me, though. It is for me.
I'm talking. Now, I need you to please listen. I'll let you respond. You just got to let me finish and then make your point. I think this is a good discourse. So that clip there shows how mature the almost 49-year-old Ms. Block is. A 49-year-old 49er, Busy Izzy 87 with a $2 super chat says, only a Sigma male can handle her. I would agree with that. Only a Sigma can handle Ms. Block. Don't get me started on these freaking Sigma males. Jesus Christ. Ay, ay, ay. Believe it or not, gentlemen, there's more. Take a look and listen.
Can I respond now?
Yeah, absolutely, Jen.
I would really appreciate it if you just call me by my name. Is that impossible for you to have respect to call me by my name?
Yes, that's impossible, honey.
It's impossible? Then I'm going to call you a fuckboy. Is that okay?
Okay, listen, let's everybody.
So this was TLA's first of many missteps, right? So Jen was calling me all kinds of names, and you know, I'm not TLA's biggest fan anymore. I think it's pretty obvious. There's no love loss between us, but I don't have a problem with him. But he let this woman call me all kinds of names, but then decided to check me on the air for calling her honey baby sweetie. The reason I was calling her honey baby sweetie is because she was calling me all kinds of names. Oh my God, Donovan, she started it. Are you blah, blah, blah. Hey, listen, man, I didn't go there. I just followed her in. I was reciprocating energy, as she likes to say. And if it's okay for her, then it's okay for me. Yes, was that immature of me to do that? Yeah. Do I give a shit? No, I don't care. I absolutely do not care. Johnny Green, member for 9 months, says, God, she's insufferable. That's only the half of it. Believe it or not, guys, there's still more. Here we go. The deal. And see, this is why you're single, because you don't really know when to shut up.
What makes you think I'm single? This is what I'm talking about. You men come here and project everything that you feel. You're single. I bet between you and I, you're the single one. I bet you're single. This is what I'm talking about. You're too bitter to have a normal conversation. And you're not going to talk at me because I'm not your mama and I'm not your ex. You're going to respect me or not address me at all.
And she wonders why she doesn't have a man. She knew nothing about me. She thinks I'm a basement-dwelling video game aficionado. This is typical of women like Jen. What this is, guys, Jen is a black woman in a Latina's body. That's what this comes down to. Jen, on the block with Jen, is literally a black woman in a Latina's body. The attitude, the sign language, the entitlement, the lack of respect for men, the indifference, the irreverence, etc., etc., etc. There is nothing Latina about Jen except for her skin tone and her dialect. Other than that, this bitch is 95% black woman. Interestingly enough, she calls herself Afro-Latina to give herself permission to use the word nigga. Now, I'm not here to say what she can or can't say. If she wants to use the N-word, I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. If a white woman wants to use the N-word, same deal, right? Now, that being said, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But the only reason why, there's two reasons why Jen uses Afro-Latina. Number one is to give herself permission to use the word nigga. The second reason, yep, that's right. Hashtag SFNY. Yeah, Jen is a Nuyorican, as Black Lemur 2009 points out. Man of Understanding with the $5 super chat says, she is the definition of the wall being undefeated. Yeah. Perry Williams says, is that a fedora she's wearing? I would have gotten her about that alone. I mean, I like the style that she was trying to rep, but again, you can't put a lipstick on a pig, right? You can't put lipstick on a pig. I think we all know and understand that very clearly. I've got a couple more bits. Here we go.
Can I respond now? You could never date me. Probably not. Okay. So then, is that my fault? Like,
No, not your fault.
because let me tell you what's another problem in society in general. People do not ride their lane. Okay, and they end up bitter and barking at people like you are today right here. They don't end up in their lane. Men, women.
Bitter and barking like I am right there today. Just let that sit.
Men want women, okay, that they can't maintain, and women want men that they can't maintain. Point blank, period. Then they get dragged through the mud, and then they hate everybody. Stay in your lane. You know what you live through. You know you're balding. I guarantee you have a gut. You play games all day. You're the biggest blurred, probably, that you freaking know, right?
Oh, baby.
Get you a woman that wants a guy that plays video games all day, although he's in his 30s and 40s, doesn't work out, probably doesn't eat right, probably stinks. Stay in your lane. And then you won't get mad at the women that rejected you. Same thing for the women. Same thing for the women. It's just like the followers of Derek Jackson. Half of them are fat, unattractive, and then they're mad at men because men don't want them to take advantage of them. Stay in your lane. I don't care what you look like, what you're into, what you want. Stay in your lane, and you won't be online barking at people because of your bad experiences. I guarantee all the women that.
This is literally the definition of projection. And by the way, you're projecting. That is an argument every woman uses when they are losing an argument. They want to be armchair psychiatrists. You're projecting. Jen can't spell projecting. She can spell projects, but she cannot spell projecting.
You've had bad experiences with were out of your league, or you couldn't tell, I'm not really feeling this dude. I'm going to get X, Y, and Z because he's a complete idiot. So I'm going to get X, Y, and Z. And you failed to see that. So you can't take that out on anybody else. Accountability and responsibility is yours. It's yours.
I preach accountability. Listen, you're right. I do. I preach personal accountability. I tell guys all the time, listen, you can't be a fat fuck living with your mama talking about I need a dime. That's bullshit. But by the same token, if you're a woman and you're loud and boisterous like you are, you can't expect the high value.
I'm not with you. Rewind this video, okay? Don't pull that bullshit with me. I reciprocate energy.
Very respectful.
Okay? I reciprocate energy. You called me out my name. I called you out of yours. I have never done that on this platform. I have never once done that on this platform. A dog walk in, I can go bitch mode. Don't play with me. Don't pull that card. You came in like a complete bitch ass nigga, and I'm responding.
Ad hominem attacks.
Gentlemen, bitch mode. Don't play with me. Don't pull that card. You came in like a complete bitch ass nigga. Don't pull that card. You came in like a complete bitch ass nigga. Don't pull that card. You came in like a complete bitch ass nigga. Came in like a complete bitch ass nigga. Like a complete bitch ass nigga, like a complete bitch ass nigga, and I'm responding.
Remix.
And I'm responding.
Ad hominem attacks.
Gentlemen, and that's how I will respond. Don't pull that with me. Yep. Don't pull that with me. You're not gonna be slick. Don't pull that with me. You came in here like a bitch in heat.
Notice TLA has not checked her one time. He hasn't checked her one time. This non-black woman just called me the N-word. He doesn't lift a finger. He just sits there and shakes his head. Just sat there and shook his head. Now, the next day, I guess he acknowledged that he probably should have said something. Maybe he indirectly did it. But for him to sit there and allow this on his platform, that explains a lot.
And I reciprocated. So don't tell me I'm loud and boisterous now.
You are loud and boisterous.
I'm loud with you. And that's why you're bitter about women, because this is the energy you give them, and they give it back, and then you want to point the finger at them.
Hold on. It kind of sounds.
I think we have the right mindset. I think, and Kevin says this all the time. Men and women are better together, man. And you want to know something, man? Like I did the player days. I was out in Vegas, dude, strippers and blowing all that. It was a good time. But that life damn near swallowed me up. And the interesting thing is as much of a magic carpet ride that 8.5 years in Sin City was, my life now in a relationship, though it has different challenges, my life is 10 times better. Is it as exciting? Well, no, I'm 44. I'm not 34, right? A funny thing happens when you have a lot of experiences with women, good or bad. You grow up. You kind of grow out of it. listen, man, I showed my video game controller just to kind of troll you. Dude, this is a Nintendo Switch. I've been meaning to play this. I don't have time to play video games. You want to know why?
You can't troll me. I think you're corny, so you can't troll me. I knew you had a video game console. I knew you played video games. How did I know that? How did I know that without asking?
Hold up now. Probably Obama plays video games. Like, come on. Video games.
Playing video games and dudes that sit in dungeons like he has and play video games. There's a difference. There's a difference. I don't have a beef with video games, but this.
That's cute. TLA thinks that's really funny. TLA thinks that's really funny. Kevin Samuels was one of my best fucking friends, and this dude just sat here and laughed after this woman called me what she called me, and now he's going to sit there and laugh at her with all of these, accusations. I mean, this is incredible. This is incredible. This is why you can't rub. I say this all the time, guys. This is why you cannot rub elbows with people who are not good with women. I know it sounds shallow, but it's true. Any man who is not good with women they will sell you up the river. They'll do it directly or indirectly, but they will sell your ass up the river. They will swallow their tongue when you're being attacked. It doesn't matter. This is how this is.
Dude is a dungeon video game player. I know.
First of all, this is not a dungeon. Wait, Jen, come on now. Jen, hold on. You're a content creator too. You know that's a nice studio that Donovan has. Shout out to the production.
Thank you. Listen, I don't give a shit what she thinks. But what you guys are seeing here is that she's continuing the name calling, even though I went respectful. So you can continue to act like the pit bull you are. I'm going to keep my cool because the mask is off. We know who you are. You're loudmouth.
Right, and you're a bitch ass nigga.
And she said it again. So that's who we're dealing with, guys. That is who we are dealing with here. For the foremost, welcome to chat privileges. For the foremost, to welcome him or her to chat privileges. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a little rusty, guys. For the foremost, if you would put your age and location in the chat. We're going to get to this video here very, very shortly. Geeky Anomaly with the $5 super chat says, bet you this $5 she doesn't drop the N-word in public on the north or east side of Vegas. Hell no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Especially on the north side. Shit. Dude, East Las Vegas? Nope. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Those bitches out there will snatch you. Real talk. Mac with the $5 super chat says, I'm still salty she called you a bitch-ass nigga. Yeah, that wasn't the CD skipping. Like, I purposely played that again and again and again. Just so people can know who this really is. Can't really call her a woman. She's a female. At any rate, it is obvious what's really going on here. And so, let us go to the video. Like I said, guys, I will be opening the phone lines a little bit later. I'm going to open the phone. This is only a 20-minute video. This is only a 20-minute video. This is only a 20-minute video. So it's not going to take long. For the foremost, says Donovan, I don't think TLA is unsupportive. In this case, I think he just realized how useless it was for either of you to even talk to her. Nope. For the foremost, got to do your research, buddy. Got to do your research. I guess I'll just go into the history lesson here. Kevin and Myron had a big time beef. I think that anybody who has been around here knows that Fresh and Fit and the Kevin Samuels brand did not see eye to eye. I, of course, was caught in the middle because Myron and Fresh are two of my best friends, and Kevin Samuels was one of my best friends. And so TLA did his level best to throw shade on Fresh and Fit. After their whole fallout with Abba and Preach, TLA stoked the flames. He did this bullshit live stream telling the whole world that the Fresh and Fit channel was going to be taken down in 7 days, which was all cap. It was absolutely ridiculous. He profited off of a rumor. That wasn't even a rumor. He profited off of the mischaracterization. So you have to know who and what TLA is for the foremost to understand that it was not because he was unsupportive. He was afraid of Jen, and I mean, I don't know, maybe he did it for entertainment value. Maybe he did it for entertainment value. Either way, when a woman gets out of pocket on your platform, you put her back in pocket. TLA didn't know. Well, he did that the very next day, but he didn't do it in front of me. It is what it is. And TLA doesn't give a shit about what I think about him anyway. It doesn't matter. He's got 300,000, followers on YouTube, so he doesn't give a shit. But yeah, just understand who and what you're dealing with out here in these YouTube streets. Let's get this party started.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, look at this. Right off the bat. Double waves. Double hi. What's on your screen right now, guys, is fake femininity and C-Thrim for all of you old school Donovan Sharpe live stream aficionados. Right? Fake femininity cloaked in C-Thrim. C-Thrim is Cloak the Hood Rat in me. Jen's a hood rat, guys. She's a hood rat. She's a good looking... Listen, she looks great for her age. For being almost 49 years old, she looks fantastic. I'm not going to sit here and cap on that. But she's a good looking hood rat pushing 50. So let's just call her what she is. Jen is a hood rat.
Hi. Is anybody else on the screen? It's just you, right?
I just see me.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll make sure that nobody else is stuck. All right, we're good. All right, what's your name, baby?
Boy, look at that smile. Ear to ear, baby. Look at them pearly whites. Look at them pearly whites. You remember this?
Can I respond now?
Yeah, absolutely, Jen.
I would really appreciate it if you just call me by my name. Is that impossible for you to have respect to call me by my name?
Yes, that's impossible, honey.
It's impossible? Then I'm going to call you a fuckboy. Is that okay?
Okay, listen.
There we go. There's that attitude coming out.
Baby?
Jen,
Jen, where you calling us from?
Las Vegas.
Ooh, are you Hispanic?
I am. I'm Puerto Rican. You almost caught me drinking my Malta.
There it is. She's Puerto Rican. I'm going to tell you what, guys. Puerto Rican women are as bad as black women. I'm just going to say it. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. Cancel me. Report me. I don't give a fuck. Puerto Rican women are as bad as black women. Carla, the single mom that I rented the 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house for at the edge of downtown Raleigh, Puerto Rican. Now, Puerto Rican girls do have their utility. They do have their utility in that they tighten up your game and thicken up your skin real quick. And back when it was in my early to mid 30s, yeah, I had the bandwidth to deal with that nonsense. I couldn't deal with it now. Could not deal with it now. So yeah, Puerto Rican women and black women, pretty much the same thing.
And I had to put it down. I was like,
Look,
Look, she's funny. She's affable. Oh my God, this is just wonderful.
Okay, let me see. ¿Cómo estás?
muy bien.
Muy bien. ¿Dónde eres?
Estoy en Las Vegas.
¿Cómo te llamo?
Me llamo Jen. ¿Cómo tú te llamas?
Kendra. Oh, yeah.
And by the way, shout out to Kendra, man. Look, shout out to Kendra. Subscribe to her channel. I ain't mad at her.
Child, I don't know, child. All right, that's all I know. I know those 3 words. All right, this is Jen in Las Vegas. How old are you?
I am 48.
You a good girl.
Now, like I said, she looks fantastic for 48. Clearly superior physical genetics. Unfortunately, those genetics have been wasted on the carousel. A woman who looks like that at this age, Dev, put it on the poll. Put it on the poll, Dev. Keep in mind this one is 48 years old. Put on the poll, Dev. What is Jen's body count? How much quote-unquote experience does Jen have? How much experience does she have? Does she have, I don't know, 100 years of experience? 25 years of experience? 50 years of experience? Put it on the poll, Dev. Put it on the poll, Dev. 50, 100, 200, 400 years of experience, or 500 plus years of experience. How much experience does Jen from the block has. Slambright has a guess.
It's over 9,000!
Okay, all right. That's probably accurate.
Girl.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, somebody also says 48 going on 14. Again, you guys have, those of you guys who have followed me for a while, and stay with me here, I'll explain this very quickly. The reason why women like Jen still, you guys saw, at 48 years old, she acted like she was 14 years old, okay? Women stop maturing mentally as soon as they figure out that men want to sleep with them. As soon as they figure out that the opposite sex wants to have sex with them, they stop all mental maturation. And the reason for that is because they no longer have to do anything to secure a man's attention. Now, a man's attention is one thing. A man's resources is quite another. We got a lot of women who get a lot of attention from men. Not too many resources. Like, say, the woman on the right-hand side of your screen. Jen she's probably gotten attention since she's 13 years old. She's a good-looking lady. So we're talking nearly 4 decades of men fawning over her. What reason does she have to mature mentally? What reason does she have to actually act like a mature woman? Of course not. Of course not.
Thank you.
I would not have thought you were 48. You look amazing.
Thank you.
You look good. All right. Jen, Las Vegas, 48. What do you do for a living?
I am an actress and a writer.
Translation, I'm unemployed. A 48-year-old actress and a writer is somebody who is in the industry. I don't know where she acts. I don't know where she writes. God help us off. God help us all, rather.
Just in a writer. Okay.
The poll is up. Please vote on the poll.
Okay. You have any kids?
I do. A daughter and grandson and one grandbaby on the way.
How old is
Wow.
your daughter?
Her daughter's probably not. Her daughter probably in her third.
She's 29.
Yep, 29.
29.
Okay.
Okay. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
I am in December, Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Now, I'm not sure why Kendra would ask about the zodiac sign. I don't know. Listen, maybe she subscribes to the zodiac. I'm not. Women tend to subscribe to the whole zodiac sign thing. If that's what women want to do, that's fine. I would caution women and ask them, how's that working out for you, right? Women use, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's a method to Kendra's madness, but I'm not gonna besmirch her name. But outside of Kendra, women who use this whole zodiac thing, that's just an excuse to act poorly. Well, the reason I cheated on my boyfriend is because I'm a Cancer, or the reason why I'm loud and obnoxious is because I'm a Taurus. No, you're loud and obnoxious because you're loud and obnoxious. It has nothing to do with the position of the moon when you were conceived. It has nothing about that. Busy Izzy, 87, $5 super chat. Very interesting super chat. Says she goes by Afro-Latina in order to be as inclusive as possible, but still be an oppressed minority whenever possible. Best of both worlds. Yep. I would agree with that. Dre Raven says she seems more like a Sagittarius to me. You know, Dre Raven, I gotta disagree. She seems more like a Leo from my perspective. She's giving me strong Leo vibes. Strong Leo vibes from Ms. Block here.
All right. This is Jen, Las Vegas, 48, an actress and a writer, has a 29-year-old daughter, and is a Capricorn. What kind of man you looking? What kind of man you desire, girl?
Oh, they're gonna get mad at me, Kendra. They're gonna get mad.
There's no reason for anyone to get mad. You can want whatever you want. Will you get it? Probably not, but it is what it is. Ilze Sir. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. I'm going to try to pronounce this correctly. Please correct me in the chat because I don't like saying people's names wrong. Ilz Surznina. Ilz Surznina. Welcome to chat privileges. Welcome to chat privileges. At Ilz Surznina to welcome him to chat privileges. If you would, IS, put your age and location in the chat. All over the place. Okay, so Johnny Green says she's a Scorpio for sure. Okay, very good. Ice Dragon Kid says, hey, as a Leo, I disagree. That's exactly correct. Rebel 5150 says, I don't know. In my opinion, she's giving asparagus vibes. Maybe Asperger's vibes, right? Dre Raven says, okay, I can see Leo vibes there too. Yeah, I mean, we Leos, We Leos, you know how it goes.
Why are they gonna get mad?
Apollo on the Sharpe stream side says, I thought Jen was Afro-Rican or whatever BS category she put herself in. Now she's just Puerto Rican. Yeah, that's it. The pronunciation was correct. Ilse Cersnina is right? Oh my God. Dude, I just knew, good God, I just knew I knew I butchered that. Holy moly. Okay, very good. Don DeMarco to me.
I want
Donald Fitzgerald DeMarco. Donald Fitzgerald DeMarco, the third.
the sixes. I want over 6 feet, over 6 figures, 6 inches, over 6 inches. And I know people cringe when they hear those sixes, but that's what I want.
Look, and listen, man, do respect the Jen. You're gonna want whatever you want. I mean, if you're a big bitch, if you're 357 pounds and you want a ripped, stacked ass nigga with a bunch of cash and a big schlong, hey, like, who am I to tell you what you can and can't want? So Jen can want whatever she wants. That does not mean she's going to get it. Il Cersnina says, I'm 32 from Latvia. Says, those women are crazy. Show respect for men. Kevin Samuels was a great man. Coming from a woman. Stay feminine, ladies. Greetings from Eastern Europe. So Ilse Cersnina is a woman. Thank you very much. King Life says she wants 10 inches. Listen, I wanted to play center field for the New York Yankees. That's not happening either.
I mean, is that what you normally date? I think that's probably what you normally date.
It is what I normally date. It is what
the pride on her face. It is what I normally date. It is what I normally date. Kudos to you, Ms. Block. But you guys ever heard of a cock ring before? You guys know what a cock ring is? Yes, it's a ring that goes on your cock. But women aren't really... Women get one, but not the other. Just because you can get the pipe doesn't mean you get the ring. Jen's had a lot of pipe, but she doesn't have the ring. Nope, didn't think so.
I normally date.
And the reason I point that out is because women like her make the egregious mistake of thinking that the men that they can smash are also the men that they can get to commit. Listen, smashing men for women is easier than breathing. It's getting a man to commit that's the trick. This woman has been on this planet for almost a half century, blessed with these genetics, and she's still single.
That's what I say. Listen, if it's in your world, and this, and I posted this, I should have saved it, right? Shout out to Carlos Miller. Is that his name? He's a comedian. If it's in your world and it's in your environment, then it's not far-fetched. But if you're not around it on a regular basis, then it's probably going to be far-fetched. You got to figure out yourself how to get around it.
Now, I disagree with Kendra there, or I disagree with the Carlos comedian. Just because you're in the vicinity does not mean that it's feasible, right? Right? I mean, Gabourey Sidibe was around industry leaders all the time. She's been around movie stars and all that good stuff. She married an unsuspecting white dude who's not attractive to anyone but her, and probably not even that. So just because you're in the vicinity of the men you want does not mean that it's possible to get the man you want. The Red Lens, Chris Von Erich, $5 super chat says, Dawn, she could be a writer. She might write a Dear Abby column on how to live your best life ever. Probably right. Slambright says, pull out the delusional calculator for Jen. Actually, I have it right here. So she said she wanted a six. That's what the calculator, that's what the delusion calculator spat out for Jen.
I mean, there's obviously women that date those things. Those are, but let me ask you this.
I like that. If it's in your world, that makes sense. If it's in your world,
of course she likes it. Of course she likes it because that validates her desires.
I mean, yeah, like what he said is that, and I gotta find the clip.
And by the way, shout out to Kendra. Kendra's she's a good looking lady. I ain't mad at Kendra. Go on now. I see them chesticles.
And I wish I gotta get better with this because you can add videos as you're on live. But I really loved it. He said, men date what's in front of them. It's like, okay, who's here? What's around? Those are our choices.
See, again, this comedian is clearly BP. He is using the words date and smash interchangeably. Yes, men, we smash what's in front of us. If a girl is half decent looking and she's available and willing, yeah, we'll smash. Will we commit to her?
Nope.
Now, if you don't have a lot of options,
Yep.
okay, I understand that. But men with options, yeah, we'll smash pretty much everything. I mean, dude, when I was young, dumb, and full of cum, I was smashing it. I was smashing anything that moved. I didn't care. But now that I am 44 years old, I don't have the time. I do not have the time.
Women, they make up a guy in their minds who they've never. Carlos Miller, yes, they make up a guy in their minds. I put it on my IG story, and they say they want all these things, and they've never met this man in their lifetime. So I am not against. Here's the deal: if it is this is why I talk so much about those men, because that is my world. My world is men of entertainment, men of money. That's what I've been living in 20 years. So if it's your world, it's your world, child. But you got to think about it. If it's not your world, here's the deal: 2 men that have all the qualities that you desire should be in your world, and one should at least be trying to pursue you.
Oh boy!
And that's how you know you're not reaching too hard for what you.
Oh, look at Jen eating up this BS. Oh boy! Look, I ain't mad at Miss Kendra, but I gotta disagree with her here. I have to disagree with her here. Just because 2 men of the same caliber are pursuing you does not mean that they are available to you. Are they pursuing you for a relationship, or are they pursuing you for an entanglement? So here's Jen getting all excited. Ooh, goody, 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 goody. Not so fast, my friend, in the words of the great Lee Corso. Not so fast.
Qualify for. I think that's a good assessment.
That's a very, very good assessment, because then
And this is funny, and Kendra doesn't know this woman, right? Kendra has no idea who and what this bitch is. She has no clue. If Kendra knew, she would probably have a little bit of a different viewpoint on this. And I haven't watched this. I haven't watched any of this, by the way. This is all, I'm watching this as you guys are watching this. This is all new to me. I wanted this to be as organic a reaction as possible.
overflowing, then okay.
Yeah, Dr. Thunder, member for over 2 years. Holy smoke, says good looks seem to be a curse for women in this day and age. Yes. Wow. Good. Very, very good astute observation. Yes. Good looks for today's women are absolutely a curse. No doubt. Absolutely a curse, no doubt. No, unfortunately, King Life, there will not be a breakdown today. I'm trying to cut down on my workload just a little bit. However, service announcement, tomorrow there will be a breakdown, and I will be breaking down the next episode of Temptation Island with none other than the star of Temptation Island Season 3, Kendall Kirkland. That's right, Emperor Kendall himself will be joining me for a breakdown of Temptation Island. He's gonna tell us what is happening on the screen. He's also going to be telling us what is happening behind the screen. We're going to break this down line by line, inch by inch, like we do on Sharpe Stream, and he is going to tell us, okay, this is what happened on the screen, but this is probably what's going on behind the camera. Like that. Dr. Thunder, appreciate the comment there.
Hey, I'm in the ballpark.
That means that means you're in the right pool, because what happens is this, and we're gonna go back to you, Jen.
Oh,
we
boy.
keep having this conversation like there's piss in the pool. No, there's just piss in the pool that you're in. There's several pools, though. There's several pools. So, like, when women tell me certain things, like there's certain, like I never.
Oh, Ice Dragon get another 2 years. Man, you guys are loyal as a motherfucker. Appreciate that.
I never even heard of a man asking for a woman for money, but that is a pool, right? So
Yes.
what you gotta decide is, and this
Men asking for money is not a pool that women want to be in. Of that I am certain.
goes for men and guys. If you feel like there's piss in the pool that you're in, figure out a way to get out of that pool into a different pool. And that's how, and then there it is.
Okay.
So, but now, Jen, I'm gonna bring this to you. So you're around these men, right? You're around the men with all the sixes, right?
Yes.
So why aren't you with any of them? Please ask her this,
So
Jen.
why haven't you settled down with
Boom! Yes! Oops. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Oh, everybody's flexing. King Life member for 27 months, over 2 years. Boy, everybody's flexing their memberships. Appreciate that, King Life. Ice Dragon Kid says that's the Leo in me. You know, I thought you had Leo vibes about you, IDK.
I think because for a long time.
Okay, so she is asking. So if you're around these niggas all the goddamn time, why ain't you with one of these niggas? Here we go.
See you. So you're around these men, right? You're around the men with all the sixes, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So why haven't you settled down with any of those men?
I'll give you a good reason right now, Kendra.
Deal. And see, this is why you're single, because you don't really know when to
What
shut
makes you think I'm single? This is what I'm talking about. You men come
Here.
here and project everything that you feel. You're single. I bet between you and I, you're the single one. I bet you're single.
I am
This
not.
is what
I rest my case. That's the answer, Kendra. That's why Jen is single. And it's funny. It's funny. These women think that we don't know, right? Like the bitch that called up and I said, we're going to do this like Kevin Sam. She says, no, we're not. I was like, let me take a stab at this. You're over 40. You have 3 kids by 3 different men and you're single. How's my aim? She says, well, maybe you're right and maybe you're wrong, which meant I was right. Jen just said, how do you know I'm single? Are you kidding me, Jen? Listen to you. Of course you're single. Women like you don't have boyfriends. Women like you don't have relationships. Get out of here.
I think because for a long time, I've been like, I want to be single. I want to be single. I don't want anybody. I don't want to be single. So
Translation, she wanted to get ran through. That's what it is. That's what it is. She wanted to get ran through. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to get ran through, get ran through. But don't blame that on the men.
they pursue me, but I think now I'm known as she don't want anybody. She wants to be single.
Oh.
So I kind of like pushed everybody.
Oh, this is cap. Nope. This is cap. Not the fact that they are pursuing her, but the fact that they were pursuing her for settling down. Yes, men pursued you, Jen. But they pursued you to clap them cheeks. They pursued you to rock the Casbah. They pursued you to do the horizontal mamba. They pursued you to smash. Kendra asked you why you haven't settled down, and your response is, well, they pursue me, but I don't need no man.
Body away because I'm in a business where it's like you have to boss up to work around these guys or you'll get nothing done because everybody wants to date you. So now I feel like they feel like I'm.
Everybody wants to date you. No, everybody wants to smash you. Listen, guys, date and smash are being used interchangeably here. Just because men want to date you does not mean they want to commit to you. You can get the cock, but you can't get the ring.
Stand off.
It don't mean a thing if she don't have that ring. Do-up, 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 do-up. Shout out to my sister, who actually shares this bitch's name.
Offish, or I don't want to date, or I'm one of the guys. So now I'm stuck in that world. where it's
So
kind
are the guys that once pursued you, they're not available?
Uh-oh.
They're available, but they see me a certain way, and I.
Oh, dude, Kendra's asking her some real good questions. God damn. All right, Kendra. Hold up, Kendra. All right, I see you, Kendra. Calling these bitches out. Let's rewind that and see what she says
They're
again.
not available?
Or I don't want to date, or I'm one of the guys. So now I'm stuck in that world.
Uh-huh.
Where it's
So
kind
are the guys that once pursued you, they're not available?
God damn. And look at the look on Jen's face. She's like, yeah, about that. Devin on the YouTube side says, I feel like they feel like I feel like. Yeah, exactly. Merch.
They're available, but they see me a certain way, and I.
They're available, but they see me a certain way. Could it be this way, Jen?
Deal. And see, this is why you're single, because you don't really know when to
What
shut
makes you think I'm single? This is what I'm talking about. You men come
Here.
here and project everything that you feel. You're single. I bet between you and I, you're the single one. I bet you're single.
Just saying.
I need to keep it that way for business. Like, I don't want
Now she's making excuses.
to mix business and pleasure
Oh
because
boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, Jen, sweetheart. The reason why you're single is because no one wants to commit to you. They want to smash you, but they do not want to commit to you. That is the answer. Jen is sexually attractive, but like, she's sexually attractive until she opens her mouth. Is that fair to say? Jen would be, she'd be the hottest damn near 50-year-old woman if she would just shut the fuck up. If she shut the fuck up, dude, she'd have fucking dudes lined up all around the block. All around Jen's block. But of course, women like her don't really know when to shut the bleep up.
I like the network for business. You know, once you add romance and booty to that, it gets messy. Then there's kiss in the pool again.
Okay, and you would know this because of what, Jen? So the reason I'm not dating the guys who make all the money and fulfill all of my requirements, check off all the boxes, is because I don't want to. Yeah.
Okay. Now listen, not saying that.
That's funny as hell. Kendra did not buy that at all. Dude, look at Kendra. This is funny as hell. She's like, all right. Look at this. Watch this.
Business. You know, once you add romance and booty to that.
Kendra's like, bitch. Like, you're talking to you're talking to a bitch. Like, I'm not stupid. Now watch.
It gets messy. Then there's kiss in the pool again.
Okay. Now listen.
Kendra's like, all right, whatever.
Not saying that there's not no faithful men that have the 3 sixes, right? I'm not saying that. But you do know, if you live in that world, there's a lot of non-faithful men that have the 3 sixes, which is the 6 inches, the 6 figures, and the 6 feet.
Oh, shit! Goddamn! Yo, Kendra is... I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm impressed. I am pleasantly surprised that Kendra is keeping it all the way real. All the way real.
Is that a deal breaker for you? Do you want to be the one and only girl?
I want to be the one and only girl if we start talking commitment. If we're just dating.
Jen, even if you were half your age, which you are not, high value men, I'm not even going to use that. Men with options, at the very least, if she was half her age, if she were 24 instead of 48 going on 49, if she were half her age, men with options would make her the main chick. You will never be the only chick. Not doing it. Sorry, not going to happen.
Then it's like, do you, I do me, we're both busy. But if we're going to buckle down to commitment, then yeah, it's just going to be me. Because it's just dangerous. Bodily fluids and, scandals and screenshots. It just gets too messy at that point. So I would just like a guy to say, I'm not going to commit. I can't commit. I like dating other people. I don't mind men that like dating other people. Just let me know. And then I'll decide whether or not I want to move forward. I just don't like.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, listen, I admire the mentality. I admire her saying, hey, listen, if we're going to date other people, if you're going to be seeing other bitches, you got to let a bitch know. And then I will decide from there. Jen, as admirable as that mindset is and as realistic as it is, that decision will be made for you rather than by you. That decision will be made for you rather than by you. You see, at this age, Jen, you're nobody's main chick. King Life just nailed it. She knows she's a side chick. That's it. Jen knows she's a side chick. She knows she's a side chick. That's why. No. She knows she is a side chick. That's why she is saying out loud she's okay with it. But deep down, she knows she'd still be okay with it, right? We'll have the conversation, and I'll decide whether or not to move forward. Jen, you don't get to make that decision, sweet cheeks. You had that decision 2.5 decades ago, maybe even 2 decades ago, maybe even a decade ago. You don't have those same decisions now. You see, the older you get, the more decisions get made for you rather than by you.
Like men.
And I'm not talking Louisiana. Vega with the $5 super chat says, Donovan, did you notice when you played the clip with Jen in the Black Girls super chat underneath SMH? Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. What's her Cash App? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I saw that. I appreciate that.
Lie about it.
Okay. Are any of those sixes non-negotiable? Could he not have 6 inches? Could he not have 6 figures? Or could he not?
I certainly hope dude, they all better be negotiable. They gotta be negotiable. And by the look on Jen's face, it looks to me like she is understanding her state in life. She understands that these are negotiable. Let's see what she says.
Not be 6 feet, or he has to have all 3.
Look at the uncomfortable scratching of the nose. Let's just watch that one more time. And Taub, oh boy, Taub says she's trying to make her necessity a virtue. Shout out to Rolo Tomasi. Taub nailed it. This is what women do when they have run out of options. They make their necessity. I want a man who is virtuous. I want a man who is going to take care. They make their necessity. In other words, they make the only options available to them a virtue. Yes, I want the men that want me. No. You don't get to make those decisions. Women in their 20s don't want the men that want them. They don't. Women in their 40s absolutely do.
Any of those sixes non-negotiable? Could he not have 6 inches? Could he not have 6 figures? Or could he not be 6 feet?
Watch the nose. Oh, look at the uncomfortable twitching of the hair. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, this is bad, Jen. Oh, this is bad.
He has to have all 3.
Oh. Yep. That is the body language of a woman who knows the truth. Not the truth, the truth. TROOF. The truth. Ay.
The 6 figures I'm lenient on.
There we go.
People like saying 6 figures, but I'm lenient on just as.
Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? A woman who looks as good as she does, 6 figures, can be flexible. I damn sure hope so.
Long as you can pay for dates and trips without hurting.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. So there are still conditions. Okay. You can make 6 figures as long as you can pay for vacations and dinner dates. Got it. Okay. Very good. I thought that she was starting to come out of her delusion. Clearly, I was wrong.
That's it. If you can pay for dinners and dates and trips without saying, hey, babe, we can't do that this week because I got to pay child support. You know what I mean? Just be financially stable. Whatever.
Jen, that's a 6-figure nigga. That is an SFN. Not an SFNY like we know she is. No, that's a 6-figure nigga. If you want a man to be able to pay for dates and trips, etc., blah, 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 blah. That's a 6-figure nigga, Jen. I'm sorry to tell you, that's 6 figures. Vega says she's trolling. Vega, I swear to God, I wish she was. She's not. No, this bitch is serious. She's serious. Blue Lion 7342 says, I see this type in Miami all the time. They always end up with a slightly overweight looking guy that looks like Pitbull that sells used cars. Oh my God. Wow. Vegas says she gotta be. Fam, I'm trying to tell you, she's not. Listen, my hand to the man on everything I love. She is not trolling. Like, she's serious. Oh boy.
Whatever that is for you, and then you can add a woman to it, I could be lenient. The 6 inches, I'm more about the stroke. Okay? you gotta have a good stroke. So it doesn't matter if you're 6, 8, or 10. If your stroke sucks, then it doesn't matter.
Stop the cap.
Oh, come on now. At 8 and 10 inches, your stroke don't matter, Jen. Stop the cap.
The 6 feet, it's not easy. It's not hard to be taller than me. I'm only 5'4". So I do
So you date a guy who was 5'5", Jen?
5'9", 5'10". But you know,
Oh my
ideally, I like tall men. My daddy was a tall man.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
how unique. Ideally, I like tall men. Every bitch likes tall men, Jen. Every bitch likes it, and now she's giving us her excuses.
Like, I come from tall men, so
I came from tall men. My daddy was tall. You want to know what? I like women with big tits. I like women who have shapely asses. I like women who have great physical features. It's got nothing to do with... No. I like that because I'm a fucking man. Just own it. I'm a woman. I like tall guys. We don't need to hear all that nonsense about legitimizing. No, if you like tall guys, you like tall guys. Divine Photos, $2 says, Jen is for smashing and dashing, but her mouth. Man, I'm trying to... Dude, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, dude.
I like tall men, but I won't throw on the heels, and you could be 5'9".
Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, now you did mention you're Puerto Rican. So is there a race preference?
I'm open, but I will say.
Uh-oh. Is there a race preference? Here we go. Go.
I've never in life dated a white guy.
Okay.
So I don't even know how I would communicate or get along with a white
You don't know how to communicate with a white guy? How about this? In English, Jennifer. By talking to them, by speaking to them in English. Let me do my Anna Delvey. That's how you would communicate with a white guy.
Never have I dated a white guy.
Oh. But there's the second part. Never dated a white guy. I think this deserves the video. Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
They mostly been
She fucks niggas, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. She fucks niggas, y'all. Dr. B84 says a white dude wouldn't go near her. And I agree. But she's been to San Francisco. She's been on the flight from San Francisco to New York quite a bit.
Black, Latin early in my dating life when I was young and a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm open. You could be Indian. You could be Asian.
Oh boy. Oh no. No, this bitch did not just say.
Latin early in my dating life when I was young and a teenager. But I'm open. You could be Indian. You could be Asian.
Stop the cap.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Look at the body language as she mentions Asians and Indians. Now, listen, you guys know I love my Asian and Indian brothers. I love you guys to the fucking moon and back. You guys are some fucking ride or die motherfuckers. But to Western women, Americanized, feminized, masculinized Western women, Asian men and Indian men are not even sexually invisible. Much less dateable. This woman has the gall to say you can be Asian or Indian even and look like she was just made to smell something horrible or is about to be sent upstairs without dinner because she didn't finish her homework for the third day in a row. She's capping. There is no way that she would ever date an Ashwin. There's no way she would ever date a Srinivas. There was no way that she would ever date a Gagandeep. By the same token, there's no way she would date a Tetsuo. There's no way she would date a Shohei. She's not gonna date Asians or Indians after being run through by these dudes. Not gonna happen. Lorenzo, you stole my fucking thunder, you son of a bitch. I should ban you right now, but I'm not going to because I love you. Lorenzo literally nailed it. She knows they have money. That's it. God, Lorenzo, you stole my thunder, you SOB. But he's right. I'll give you Don DeMarco for that. I'll give you Don DeMarco for that. Uh-oh. Perry Williams got asked to report to HR. Oh, Perry, that's what you... Dude, Perry, you can't be watching this at work, man. Perry. Perry. Don't you fuck around and lose your job behind this now. Don't you do it. You better watch this on your phone on an encrypted network, my G. Ay. Mac, with the $5 super chat, says, white men don't want her. No, they do not. Let's continue.
He could be, I don't know about white. I don't think me and white would get along.
She's still picky. I'll fuck niggas. I'll fuck with the Asians and Indians, but I'm not fucking with white boys. Oh, Jen. Ay. Ben Barrera with the $5 super chat. I appreciate that.
Putting out there.
Shannon Tatum, though, isn't... I feel like Shannon Tatum is my white boy crush, child.
Ah!
Don't get me wrong. I have white boy crushes.
That's funny as shit.
But I don't know if we...
Did Kendra just admit that she likes it? Dude, all black women like Channing Tatum, though, don't they? Channing Tatum, Travis. Dude, the black women love them some Travis Kelce. I'll tell you what. Dude, Travis Kelce. Dude, my two, off the cuff here, off the topic, my two favorite personalities, two of my favorite personalities in the NFL are Travis Kelce and Baker Mayfield. Love those dudes. Love those dudes. Dude, I'd go into a bar fight with those two guys any day of the week. But yes, black girls love them some Channing Tatum, especially because he can dance. Channing Tatum is like a black dude in a white man's body, like real talk. Like Channing Tatum is blacker than I am, and I'm black. It is what it is.
I don't know if we...
All right, Perry, don't get like, okay, Perry said not me. Okay, man, don't fuck around and get fired watching me, man. Like, I'm not trying to have that on my conscience. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to have that on the conscience. Real talk.
I'd be able to relate. I'd be afraid that later on down the line, it's just, you know.
Later on down the line? Jen, baby girl, you ain't got much time. Later on down the line when you're, what, 63? Like, this bitch is, what, 6 short years away from getting her AARP card. Now, I'm not too far off either. Neither is my girl, but we ain't as close as she is. But she's talking about some later on down the line. Not too sure about that.
He's not gonna know who Wu-Tang is, and it's gonna be a problem.
Tom Brady know Wu-Tang. But I mean, I got you, girl.
Damn, Kendra says Tom Brady knows who Wu-Tang is. Well, of course, because Tom Brady plays in the NFL, Kendra. I kid because I care, Kendra. Shout out to Kendra. Shout out to Kendra. She sub to her channel. This is great. This is great. I might actually start breaking the. I might start calling these Kendra Wednesdays. I am pleasantly surprised by Kendra. Kendra really is. She hasn't said anything that I totally dis. The astrology thing, that's a woman thing. That's universal. It seems like. I feel like. But she asks some very good questions. Let's see if she digs a little deeper.
I got you. All right, so let's go to deal breakers. What's some deal breakers for you?
Oh my God.
Okay, this one's really gonna set people off.
Oh my God.
Like this is really gonna set people off. I am an atheist. I don't like religious men. So I know I knocked off like 99% of the men on the planet. Okay. I don't like religious men. I'm an atheist, and if he is gonna be religious, I don't want to hear anything about it. I'm not gonna convert. Okay. I don't want anything. So that's a deal breaker for me. Also, someone who's paying a lot of child support.
Look, like if I'm keeping it a stack, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. You know, I mean, if she, you know, I mean, I don't consider myself an atheist yet. I'm still kind of afraid to, because I still don't want to go to hell. If hell exists, I don't want to go there when I die, even though I know I probably will. I don't want to seal my fate by saying there is no God. As you guys know, I've been in kind of a religious limbo for the past, maybe 6-7 years, because I'm afraid to say that there is no God. But I'm not mad at Jen for not wanting a religious man. I'm not mad at that.
Support someone who has children still in the home. I don't have children.
Oh no. Someone paying a lot of child support, someone children in the home. See, again, she's making requirements that she doesn't qualify for. Again, she can want whatever she wants. She can want 6'6", or she can want 6'5'9" and 5.5, whatever. She can want 6'6" all she wants. She can want a man who's not religious. But Jen, you forfeited your ability to make these demands about 2.5 decades ago, sweetheart. Like, again, you can want whatever you want, but all of these, even though she's almost 50 years, or I'm not going to be disingenuous, even though she's almost 49, I'm not going to be mean-spirited. Even though she's almost 49, she still thinks that she is entitled to all. She can think she's entitled all she wants to, but she's not going to get it. Like, how can you be picky? I don't know. Anyway.
In the home anymore. I need a guy who has.
Perry said, Perry's funny. He's killing me. This Puerto Rican with no religion, she's going to hell. Yeah, that's what happens when you move out to Sin City, man. That's what happens when you move out to Sin City. Dude, Vegas will de-religious you. Vegas will turn you against religion in a New York minute, no pun intended. Ills Circina says, this is a great channel. Thanks for the lessons. Absolutely.
Has his children off to college or off and married.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not anybody's stepmama.
Uh-huh.
So those are deal breakers to me. I just don't want to deal with it. I just don't.
See, and again, she can want what she wants, but a 48-year-old going on 49 doesn't get to have deal breakers. It just doesn't work that way. I hate to break it to you, Ms. Block. Doesn't work that way.
Don't want to do it. I love kids, but I don't want to deal with.
So do I. And I don't want to deal with them. I love babies. I do love kids. I don't want any of my own.
Yours.
And all of my nieces and nephews are now, I think my oldest nephew is, oh my God, he's 20. Oh my God, he is in his 20s. Whoa. Wow. Ay. Man, I'm getting old. Dude, I'm talking about this chick getting old. Jesus Christ, I'm getting old.
Don't.
She doesn't want to deal with yours.
She doesn't want to deal with kids. See, that's the thing, Jen. That's the thing, man. This bitch doesn't know that her options are limited. She doesn't know. And what have I told you guys? Year after year about older women who were ever attractive. The older they get, the more selective they get. Jen still thinks she's entitled to the same men now at 48 than she was when she was 18. Oh boy, she's in for a rude awakening. And I think she knows she's in for a rude awakening, because that's kind of a shit-eating grin. Like, I know I'm probably not going to get this, but I'm going to ask for it anyway. Busy Izzy 87 with another $20 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that. Says Donovan, being an atheist or agnostic is not mutually exclusive and tackles separate issues. Being an atheist can simply mean you don't actively believe in God, but it doesn't mean you're saying, I know there is no God. Okay. All right. Well, I think I can sleep a little bit better tonight. I appreciate Busy Izzy making me feel better about my impending trip to hell. I've done a lot of bad things in life, but I've done a lot of good in my life as well. So hopefully, if there is a God, hopefully he will spare me. Mark Stewart, member for 11 months. Where you at, Mark? So say, Mr. Sharpe, please don't save her. There's no saving this woman. There just isn't.
She belongs to the streets.
Yes, she does, Dev.
She does not. Okay. So atheist, have you always been an atheist?
No, not maybe 11 years ago is when
Okay.
I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. It's not making
Just
sense.
curious. I'm just curious, what made you switch?
Just I started questioning a lot of things over and over again, and
Yeah.
I visited different churches. This wasn't like, oh, I'm mad at God. No, I studied Jehovah's Witness, Scientology, Christianity,
Wow, okay.
Baptist. I did a lot of different religions, and none of them were making sense. And I saw similarities, and I was like, I don't need this. I have self-determinism. I have morals. I have compassion.
Oh boy.
I can.
Oh boy. All right. See, now she lost me. You have morals, but you're 48 with no man. You're a grandmother, but there's no grandfather in the picture. Yeah. Your morals. Okay. Got it.
Give love and receive love. I don't really need the crutch or like the hospital or church atmosphere of religion. And I was like, things just happen. There are
I feel
good
that.
people and bad people.
I feel
We're
that.
born, we live, we die. Religion just stopped making sense to
Okay,
me. And I was like, I don't want to keep subscribing to something that I don't believe in.
Yeah, okay.
And
I'm
that
good with
doesn't make sense to me. I don't like my mind being messed with. So I'm like, I don't believe this. Why am I here?
Hey man, like I can't be mad at that. Like I can't be mad at Jen for that. Like I'm with that. I can understand that.
I don't believe this. Why am I praying? I don't believe this. Why am I, So it was gradual. It happened. 10 years ago, I was religious. I was like, God, and let's pray. And Jesus said, and I was all in. I was all in. And then after
She
a
said,
while,
God,
I
and
was
let's
like,
pray. And Jesus said.
So he can believe in his Jesus, the black one or the white one. I just don't want to hear it.
Oh boy. Did she say the black one or the white one? So it sounds to me like she's had experience with religious men on both sides of the color aisle. Let's continue.
I don't want to hear it.
God, you don't even bless the food when you eat then. He can even pray for you. If
I haven't prayed over my food in a while.
he can even
Sorry, God.
bless his food if he take you out to eat.
No. Listen, he can pray. For me because I just
Oh, well, look at that. Oh, all of a sudden, look how religiously flexible we are. Look how religiously flexible we are when he's paying. So I don't want to date an atheist. I don't want to date a man who believes there's a God. I don't want all that Christianity in my life. I don't want you to witness to me. I don't want any of that stuff. But if a nigga's gonna pay for my food, then yeah, I will allow him. I will allow... Wait a minute. Lost myself. Hang on a second. There we go. Then I will allow him to pay for my meal. Ay, ay, ay.
pray when somebody says, I'm gonna pray for you or God bless you.
Dude, Vega is not pulling punches. He is not pulling punches here with Miss Black. Said I would not put my penis in her. Demons! This blasphemous heathen. Wow. Okay. All right. Mr. Stewart says women don't like religion because it holds them accountable and keeps them in check. It used to. Now it enables them. And the Lord said, you must ride that train like Michelle, Tamika, and Tanya. 1 Corinthians 2, verse 17 and 18. He said, and let the Lord say, Michelle, Tamika, and Tanya want to ride this train. Let the church say, amen. That's the way church is now.
I see that as good vibes. I see that as good intentions.
Here we go.
So I'm not the
Here
type
we
of person
go.
that's gonna be like, don't pray in this.
Apollo said she got mad at God because God didn't bring her a man. Hey, man. Real talk. Real talk. That's exactly what happened. God didn't give her a man. He gave her plenty of penis. He gave her plenty of penis, just didn't give her the nuptials. Mr. J, $20, says she feels she has a chance because of the men she is dating want her, but continue to smash the wall will be her partner. There is nothing wrong with her, but because of her feelings, she will continue or she will keep dreaming. By Mr. J. Appreciate that very much. Divine Photos, $2 super chat says men... MW, my women, I guess, wasting their prime years, then crying later. Many women. I don't know what MW means. Somebody let me know what that means. I appreciate the super chat. Divine Photos. Let's continue.
This house and,
And by the way, the phone lines are going to open here very soon. Everyone, get ready.
the hell with your God. I'm not like that. I accept people as they are. So when people say God bless you, or when people say I'll pray for you, I don't correct them because they're just wishing me well. So I'm not one of those atheists that's like, you better not talk about God. No, you're wishing me well.
All right,
If
I
you
ain't
say
mad at
God
that.
bless you, if you say I'm gonna pray for you, Jen, I'll be like, thank you. You know what I mean?
All right,
I don't believe in it that way, but I'll say thank you because it's good intentions. I take good vibes. from everybody.
But could he bless?
She'll take that check too. You feel me? She'll take good vibes when he's paying. I do know that. Oh, MW equals modern women. Oh, very good. Very, very good. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Let's continue.
Bless the could he pray for the food if you guys are eating?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Yep.
If that's what he does and that's his thing, yes. I'm not that type of atheist that's going to be like, you're making me uncomfortable. No, if that brings you solace, if that's your thing, do that. Just don't try to convert me, because then you're messing with my, my reality in my mind, and I'm not trying to convert you to atheism.
Oh, my truth.
So you can pray.
So you can't fuck around with Jen's truth. Can't mess with my truth. Okay, I got you.
Hey, have at it on your knees, Muslim rugs, whatever you like. But I'm not gonna.
She said Muslim rugs, whatever you
Okay,
got.
so-
Sweetheart, it's called a prayer mat. This bitch really just called it a rug. That was actually pretty funny. That was funny.
Jen, you kind of mentioned it when you said 6 feet, but any other appearance requirements?
She wants a 6-figure nigga. You didn't know?
Someone who cares about his appearance. I can't tell you how many grown men are walking around with dirty fingernails.
Okay.
So
all right.
someone who cares about his
All right.
appearance
Okay.
and his
All right.
health. He doesn't have to be, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Or Flex Wheeler. But
Whoa. Wait. Oh, okay. She knows about Flex. Wow. That now I'm impressed. Now I'm impressed. How the hell does she know who Flex Wheeler is? I think she knows who Flex Wheeler. Okay, all right. Clearly underestimated. Jim. By the way, Flex Wheeler, and a lot of you muscleheads in the chat, King Life. I know you probably know who he is. Flex Wheeler is a bodybuilder who was Ronnie Coleman's. These dudes would have to choose to weed eat like when I'm on the air. Really, guys? The landscaping team is here. First world problems. It is what it is. But Flex Wheeler was Ronnie Coleman's mentor, and the fact that Jen knows about that's quite something.
care about what you look like. Care that you have a gut, right? I don't have a gut. I have a 6-pack. I work out. You know what I mean?
Shit.
So I don't want any more fixer-uppers. I don't want guys that I have to encourage to work out.
She's right. Now, look. Now, I understand where she's coming from, but again, you can't.
Out. I don't want guys that I have to encourage to clean their fingernails. I don't want a guy that I have to encourage to brush his teeth. You know what I mean? I don't want any those. That's a huge deal breaker for me. No more fixer-uppers. No mas. No timeout. I'm not fixing anybody at this point.
Oh, ain't that telling? She knows she doesn't want any more fixer-uppers because she has experience with what class? Fixer-uppers. But she's right. Like, guys, seriously. Like, and dude, listen, I'll admit I'm a fat ass right now, right? I've kind of let myself go here over the last couple of weeks, but it is or the last couple of months, but I've got a gym. I'm gonna hit the gym. You go through ebbs and flows. It is what it is.
I'm done.
Okay, you're not fixing anybody up. Okay, and you mentioned it also too when you said
Flex Wheeler is, I think, the most symmetrical bodybuilder ever. Like, he was so, dude, the symmetry. I think the only other guy who is maybe as symmetrical as him, maybe Samir Benout, or maybe Sergio Oliva, aka The Myth.
6 figures. So does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Like I said before, just enough so that he's stable and never
Just
hurting
enough.
when he wants to do something for me. That's it. So whatever that tax bracket is, if I can say, hey, I want to go to Hawaii next month, I don't want to be like, oh, but I got to pay child support.
Oh, sweetheart. I want to go to Hawaii next month. You need a dude who makes 6 figures. That's what you need. You need a dude who makes 6 figures. If you're trying to go to Hawaii,
Like, yeah.
Have you had that? Because you mentioned that twice. Did you deal with a guy that had a lot of time?
Yes, there are a lot of men with a lot of babies that are paying a lot of child support, and their new relationships suffer. That's why I empathize with men, the court system and the whole child support, because it does hurt.
Slam Bright says Jen's mouth is bigger than Lizzo's ass. I don't know. Speaking of statistics, let's go ahead and close the poll. Let's see what the poll. Let's go ahead and end the poll here, and see what we got going on. See what we got going on. I see you guys in the queue. So what is Jen's quote experience? 11% of you said 300 years. 21% of you said 50 years. 27% of you said 100 years, and 39% of you said 500 plus years. I'm going to go with the majority here. I think Jen has had 500 years of experience. Easily. A woman that old who still looks that good, easily easily 500 years. I would be shocked if it wasn't anywhere close to that.
Future relationships. I've been turned off by men, and I've left men alone that were paying too much child support. Straight up, like
Well,
it's
why
hard.
do you sympathize? But my only thing to that is, why do you sympathize with the men? They created those babies.
Uh-oh.
Well, I sympathize because sometimes the money that they're taking from them is more than a child needs.
Ooh.
You know,
But if they would have settled down with that woman, they
Oh, here comes the black woman coming out of Kendra. This is the black woman coming out of Kendra. This is the black woman coming out of Kendra, y'all. This is it. This is it. This is it. Black woman absolutely, positively will not move on child support. Jen just made a very good point. She just made a very good point, dare I say. She made a very good point. Child support awards are clearly more than these children need. But what does Kendra come back and say? Well, if they would have settled down, well, wait a minute, Kendra. Wait a minute. Does Kendra know that most relationships are ended by women? Like better than 99% of all relationships here in the United States are ended by women. Number one. Number two, men just can't make babies on their own. You need a woman to make a baby. So it's not like these men went and just E-par'd these women and just sticking them with the kid. No. This is a two-way street. This is a two-way street. Listen, if a man puts a baby in a woman and decides to leave her, I am 100% in him having to be financially responsible for that child. No doubt. But when it gets exorbitant to the point to where he can't really live his life, that's where you got to draw the line. But Kendra's still defending the broken child support system because he didn't want to settle down. What makes us think it was him that didn't want to settle down?
They wouldn't have to pay child support at all.
That's true. That's true.
Let me tell you something. I don't sympathize with men in child support because you were out here.
Okay, all right, that's it. I'm out on Kendra. Okay, so that was quick. That's all it took for me. That is literally all it took for me to be out on Miss Kendra. So shout out to her. Go subscribe to her channel, but I can't rock with anybody. I can't rock with anybody who takes that approach. So shout out to Kendra for having Jen on. Jen is clearly as delusional as she ever was. 516-387-1987, 516-387-1987. Let us go to Apollo in Pittsburgh. Apollo, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
All right, Donovan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man.
All right, so I guess what is the question for her? Just so I can.
Oh yeah, listen. You can comment on Jen. You can comment on our relationship shorts, or you can ask a question, or just make a general comment. This is sort of open for free open lines here.
Okay. I was curious to see if Kendra was going to ask her, why aren't you with your child's father? What happened with that situation?
Oh, you know what, Apollo? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna continue to play the video. Let's find out. I'm gonna put you on hold, and I'm gonna skip to that point in the video. All right.
All right.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, listen. Shout out to Apollo. Let's see if Kendra asks her why she's not with the baby's father.
Creating these children, and for whatever reason you decided not to be with that woman. And
for whatever reason you decided not to be with that woman. What if that woman decided not to be with you? Again, shout out to Kendra, but she's acting like these women out here, she's acting like these men out here are just making babies out of clay and just giving them to unsuspecting women and saying, here. No, it takes two to tango. Women lay down and make the babies too. And women these days are now encouraged to leave the fathers of their children and have the state be the new father. So, I can't rock with that.
I'm not saying that this, it's her fault. Whose fault? Who knows? All I know is this child was created and the parents aren't together. So, yes. And then maybe if more men are responsible for paying child support, they won't be out here just keeping having babies. I know a lot of men, because of child support, it made them more responsible. I can't have 5 kids because I got this one kid. So I don't sympathize with the men because you sat there and you got that woman pregnant.
Listen, see this what's going on here, and I'm not gonna throw shade on Kendra for this, to be honest with you. guys. You will never, ever get sympathy from women. It doesn't matter how screwed the justice system is. It doesn't matter how screwed up the child support system is. Women are always going to cape for other women no matter what. And black women, as far as black men are concerned, black men are at the bottom of the barrel as far as black women are concerned. So don't expect a black woman to ever really defend a black man.
You didn't marry her. You didn't settle down with her. So, yes, you're going to pay child support.
See that? You see that? You didn't marry her. You didn't. So, yes, you're going to pay child support. Do you see the look on her face? Now, you see the look on Kendra's face? That is a look of scorn. And the way she just talked about that, it's almost like, oh, you didn't want to settle down with me? Now you got to pay child support. That was not about the child, Kendra. See, listen to this. This whole diatribe here by Kendra was not about the child. No, this was about you made babies with this person. You didn't want to settle with me. You didn't want to marry me. You got to pay child support. Fuck the kids. What about me? This is the mentality of the American black woman, man. This is the mentality of the American black woman. As lovely and articulate as Kendra happens to be, even she's biased. Oh, you didn't want to settle down and marry me? Well, you got to pay child support. How about you had kids with me, pay child support? No, nothing in her argument had anything to do with taking care of the kid. It had everything to do with you not being with me. And that's what women do. They weaponize their children against the fathers for not settling down with them. It's like a punishment. Listen to how she says this. Watch.
I don't sympathize with the men.
See?
Because you sat there and you got that woman pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't marry her. You didn't settle down with her. So, yes, you're going to pay child support.
There it is. You going to pay child support. You going to pay child support. That's a punishment. The way she just characterized child support was a punishment. Can't make this shit up, man.
So I agree with you. I believe in child support.
So do I.
The thing is, go finish doing that. Raise your kids. Use your money that way. I think men want to add a woman to a budget and they can't afford it. So pay your child support. But I know a lot of men are paying a lot of child support and they're barely living. So that's what I'm talking about. But I believe
I get it. No, I understand. I mean, I totally get it. And I understand that dynamic too. I just don't be sympathizing with them. Child.
See? Told you. I understand. I just don't give a damn. All right. Bet. Cool.
But we're going to keep going. I got you, Jen, though. All right. So, all right. What was your last relationship?
Dress size. How tall are you?
Going on a year now? Going on a year.
Oh, Allie D's in the chat says, I did a double take when I saw this thumbnail. She called me a Spaniard pick me. Oh, boy.
Okay, you broke up a year ago. You don't got to answer this.
Wait a minute. What?
Going on a year now? Going on a year.
Oh, okay, you broke up a year ago. You don't got to answer this question, but when was...
Oh. Dude, no wonder. No wonder she was pissed off when she talked to me. It all makes sense now.
Last time you was intimate with a guy?
Oh, here we go.
November 8th or 9th of last year.
Stop the cap.
Are you kidding me? Are you serious? November 8th or 9th of last year. Let's do some math. Computer. How many days away was November 9th of 2021?
November 9th is in 120 days.
Oh, God. Here we go. Computer, how many days ago was November 9th of 2021?
November 9th, 2021 is 244 days ago.
244 days ago. Computer, what's 244 divided by 12?
3 days and 16 hours.
Whatever. So this woman is sitting here telling us that she has not had relations with a man since November. 244 days.
Stop the cap.
The cap is real. I haven't been in a relationship in over a year, but I haven't been intimate either.
Stop the cap.
And look at Kendra. She knows she's capping.
Oh, you remember the date, child. When's your birthday? I didn't get to, oh, you're a Capricorn.
It was after the Earth, Wind, and Fire concert. I remember.
It was after the Earth, Wind, and Fire concert. But girls don't cheat at concerts. They don't get down at Girls get smashed out. They get banged out at concerts. Devin tries to tell me. I remember when she used to try to talk about, oh, yeah, I went to the concert with. I was like, dude, I do not want to know about what concert you went to and who you went to the concert with. Don't want to know.
I remember. Jen, do you want the guy to be in Las Vegas?
That would be ideal unless he can afford to fly around. Again,
Oh my God,
without
this
it
chick.
breaking his pockets.
Oh boy, oh
If
boy.
you want to be somewhere else and you're gonna fly to me.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh boy. Oh, this is going off the rails.
You, then fine. But ideally, he'd be out here. But if not, if you can fly.
Okay. All right. So this is Jen in Las Vegas, 48. What's the age range you want to date?
Oh, here we go.
I'm on my old stuff now. He got.
I'm on my old stuff now. Look at this. Look at her shaking her head because she knows her options are limited.
40 is the minimum, right? 40
Okay.
because it's hard to get a serious man, and you got a better chance if he's in his 40s.
Mm-hmm.
I say 40 and older.
Look how disappointed she is. 40 and older. Yep.
Okay, no cap.
Oh yeah, there's a cap. I don't want no ED in my life. That's 40, 60. If he looks good.
If he looks good, there it is. 40 to 60 if he looks good. This bitch is still being picky at almost half $100.
If he looks good?
Yeah, he gotta look good. He gotta be like one of them 60-year-olds that's still in the gym and cares about his fingernails and his teeth and his.
She's big on the fingernails and teeth. Listen, I'm not mad at that.
Stomach and 40, 60.
Okay. Does he have to be in Vegas?
You already asked that.
No.
Well, if he can afford to fly me out.
Okay. You kind of answered this earlier too, but I'm gonna just ask it directly. Why do you think you're single?
Oh, here we go.
Because.
Why do you think you're single? I've got a pretty good answer for that.
And see, this is why you're single, because you don't really know when to
What
shut
makes you think I'm single? This is what I'm talking about. You men come
Here.
here and project everything that you feel. You're single. I bet between you and I, you're the single one. I bet you're single. This is what I'm talking about. You're too bitter to have a normal conversation. And you're not going to talk at me because I'm not your mama.
That's why she's single. Let's hear what she says.
Because I've been pushing people away.
Oh.
I've also been wanting to work on myself and
Oh.
my finances.
Oh,
and
boy.
Make sure I'm good. So that's
Oh, so wait a minute. What do your finances have to do with his finances? I thought you wanted a ballin' ass nigga with his own private jet to fly you out. So why do you got to bring finances to the table? And you can tell as she looks into the screen, this is all cap. The reason she's single is because she is insufferable. That's why. That is why she is single, because she is insufferable. That's why she's single.
I stopped dating. I was like, let me give myself a break. Also, I wanted to have a break in between my relationship. I didn't want to monkey bar into another situation, knowing I was fresh out of,
Oh, look at this, trying to tell us that she doesn't monkey branch. Just because you didn't monkey branch before doesn't mean you haven't or won't again. So let's stop. Let's stop the cap on that one.
the ex. So I gave myself a break. You know what I mean? But now,
And broke your bedpost in the process.
I'm looking around. I'm seeing people dating and hanging out, and I'm like, I want to go to dinner. I want my white wine, and you know what I mean? I want to start, having conversations.
No.
Those first couple weeks and months are amazing.
No.
Your heart beats when they call.
No.
Like I'm missing that. So
No, I'm gonna act like the lady on Family Guy. No, you don't have that. No.
I'm ready.
You're right.
Oh, you're ready. 48 years old, and she's finally ready. # roast beef energy. Jen.
All right, Jen, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Oh my God.
Because this may bring me back, but I'm an advocate for submission. I'm a very
What? Say what? Hold the fucking phone.
I'm an advocate for submission.
Stop the cap.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no. There is no way that a woman like this is an advocate for submission.
You could never date me. You could never date me.
Probably not.
Okay. So is that my fault? Like,
No, not your fault.
because let me tell you what's another problem in society in general. People do not ride their lane. Okay, and they end up bitter and barking at people like you are today right here. They don't end up in their lane. Men want women, okay, that they can't maintain, and women want men that they can't maintain. Point blank, period. Then they get dragged through the mud, and then they hate everybody. Stay in your lane. You know what you look like. You know you're balding. I guarantee you have a gut. You play games all day. You're the biggest blurred, probably, that you freaking know, right?
Oh, baby.
Get you a woman that wants a guy that plays video games all day, although he's in his 30s and 40s, doesn't work out, probably doesn't eat right, probably stinks. Stay in your lane. And then you won't get mad at the women that rejected you. Same thing for the women. Same thing for the women. It's just like the followers of Derek Jackson. Half of them are fat, unattractive, and then they're mad at men because men don't want them to take advantage of them. Stay in your lane. I don't care what you look like, what you're into, what you want. Stay in your lane and you won't be online barking at people because of your bad experiences. I guarantee all the women that you've had bad experiences with were out of your league, or you couldn't tell, I'm not really feeling this dude. I'm going to get X, Y, and Z because he's a complete idiot. So I'm going to get X, Y, and Z. And you failed to see that. So you can't take that out on anybody else. Accountability and responsibility is yours. It's yours.
I preach accountability. Listen, you're right. I do. I preach personal accountability. I tell guys all the time, listen, you can't be a fat fuck living with your mama talking about I need a dime. That's bullshit. But by the same token, if you're a woman and you're loud and boisterous like you are, you can't expect a high value.
I'm not with you. Rewind this video, okay? Don't pull that bullshit with me. I reciprocate energy.
Very respectful.
Okay? I reciprocate energy. You called me out my name. I called you out of yours. I have never done that on this platform. I have never once done that on this platform. A dog walk in, I can go bitch mode. Don't play with me. Don't pull that card. You came in like a complete bitch ass nigga, and I'm responding.
Ad hominem attacks.
Gentlemen, and that's how I will respond. Don't bitch ass nigga, and I'm responding. That card. You came in like a complete bitch ass nigga, and I'm responding. You came in like a complete bitch ass nigga, and I'm responding. That card. You came in like a complete bitch ass nigga, and I'm responding. That card. You came in like a complete bitch ass nigga, and I'm responding. Came in like a complete bitch ass nigga. 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 Came in like a complete bitch ass nigga, and I'm responding.
You guys see that? You guys see that on your screen? You guys see that on your screen? Mm-hmm. You guys see that? That's who we're dealing with here.
I'm a very submissive woman.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Very subservient woman.
I would never get
Stop the cap.
Oh, listen to Kendra. Listen to Kendra. Listen to Kendra. This is funny as hell. I think Kendra's about to pull her card. Hold up.
back.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because, okay, this may bring me back, but I'm an advocate for submission. I'm a very submissive woman. I'm a very subservient woman.
I would never get that. Not as an insult, but you seem very take charge to me. Very.
I am very, very take charge. So
Okay, you can't be take charge and submissive. You are either one or the other. You are either one or the other, sweetheart. You cannot be submissive and take charge. Doesn't work that way.
that's why I have to throw out the disclaimer. He has to be stronger than me. He has to be more driven than me. I even take smarter than me. He has to be an intellectual. I'm not just going to submit to anybody.
Okay, now here's the thing. Jen is right. Women are not going to just submit to anybody. But here's where women like Jen miss the boat. Here's where women like Jen miss the boat. She uses that trope, I'm not going to submit to just anybody, as an excuse to act like a bitch. Because she's telling the truth. Women should not just submit to anybody. Those are facts. Women are not going to submit and be subservient to just any man. By the same token, just because you say, well, I'm not going to submit to any man, does not mean that you don't be polite to any man. See, women who are bitches like Jen, and let's just face it, Jen is a bitch. She's loud, she's boisterous, she's masculine as fuck. There's nothing ladylike about her outside of her appearance. I think that much is obvious, right? But women like her think it's okay to be a bitch as long as she throws in the disclaimer, well, I'll be submissive for the right guy. That's fine. You should not be submitting to everybody, but that does not mean that you have to be an absolute female dog.
Because
yeah, Dre Raven says the trouble is that Jen isn't as smart or driven as she thinks she is. No, she's not. She's not. She's a wannabe video vixen, is what she is.
I have a very strong personality, so he has to come with it.
I have a very strong personality.
I don't mind submitting, but you have to be the boss. You have to come in as a boss, and I will submit. I'll throw on the apron, and
And you know what? Jen's not lying. Jen is absolutely not lying. She's not. She's not. I told you guys about Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans will tighten that game up. They have a very, very low tolerance for bullshit. But on the other hand, they repel more guys than they attract. They think that being a bitch and being hard to tame, they wear that like a badge of honor. But this is why she's almost 49 and still single. Allie asked in the chat, how are you almost 50 and that fine? This is how. Like I said, man, Jen is a hood rat. Jen is a black woman in a Latina's body. That's what she is. She's a good-looking lady at almost 50 years old. She's got the brain of a black woman. That's why she's single. Most black women are single. That's why Jen is single. I wrote in a book that I wrote a long time ago, American women have usually one of two sensibilities. They have white girl sensibilities and black woman sensibilities. Yes, there are women who have different sensibilities and different cultures. But in this country, as a woman, most women either have white or black woman sensibilities. Jen clearly has black woman sensibilities. And it doesn't matter what your race is. You can be white, black, Mexican, Latino, Hispanic. Doesn't matter. If you have black girl sensibilities, you will be single. You will end up single. Just like Jen. Jen is way too good looking to be single at 40-fucking-9. Look at her. She looks like she's 36 years old, if that, and she's still single. There is no excuse. No excuse.
Do the eggs and the grits and all of that, but you have to.
Eggs and the grits, you say.
Be about it. Too many men want submission and they don't qualify.
Okay.
So that's my disclaimer. I'm very submissive, but you got to be a boss. Don't even hit me up if you're, if you like, oh, I want a girl to go 50-50 with me. Don't slide in my DMs.
Wait a minute. Hold up. So I'm very strong-willed and I've got the strong personality. Don't slide in my DMs if you're looking to go 50-50. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up, dude. This woman is 49 going on 19. Look, she thinks it's cute. She thinks look how cute look how cute she thinks she is. She thinks she's cute.
We listen, Jen. You know what you want. I ain't mad at it. Okay, let's get into it. This is Jen in Las Vegas, 48, who everybody agrees looks absolutely amazing. 40 to 60, she's an actress. 40 to 60 is what she would date. She's an actress and a writer. She's a daughter that's 29 and is a Capricorn. How you want them to reach out to you?
Oh boy.
They can hit me on the block with Jen on Instagram.
So how do you spell that?
That's right here on the block with Jen.
So it's literally how it's said, on the block with Jen. So ONTHEBLOCK WITH Jen.
Donovan on Instagram. And
On
don't get crazy. Be nice. Don't, because some guys, don't
This bitch is still being picky. 49 years old and being picky.
send me no penis pics. Don't, just be decent. Say hello.
Well, you say you want 6 inches, girl. They gonna prove.
They gonna have to prove it. Here we go.
Okay. Also, she is an atheist. She doesn't mind if you have a religion.
Okay, we don't care. Let's go to the phone lines. Okay, let's go back to Apollo. Okay, so Apollo, she asked Jen why she is now. She asked her why she's single. She did not ask her why she's not with the father of her kids. I thought that was very telling. As we know, black women, as far as child support is concerned, they're not interested in the other side of the story.
Oh, right. Yeah, so we never really got that. But one thing, once she went to why she's such a catch, think about how many times has she probably been told by guys, shut the fuck up? How many times has she been kicked out of cars, homes, ghosted? She's insufferable.
Yep.
And the reason I think she's an atheist, I kind of put in the chat, is no man would have her, and God said, I can't save you.
No man will have her, and God said he can't save you. Wow. Is there anything else, Apollo?
No, that's it, man.
Unbelievable.
I guess still amazing, even, like you said, at 49 years old, going on 50, that you always say it all the time, they grow old, but they never grow up.
They never grow up, man. They never grow up. Apollo in Pittsburgh, thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem, man.
Yeah, man. And I didn't make that up. I've been saying that for years, but I probably heard someone else say it. Yeah, women grow old, but they never grow up. They don't have a reason to grow up, man. Sexual attention stunts the growth of women, man. Sexual attention stunts a woman's... Dude, sexual attention stunts the growth of the modern woman. And proof of that is on your screen. This woman looks fantastic. But she's almost 50, and she is alone. And she will always be alone. Ain't nobody wifing this chick up. Nobody worth a damn is going to wife this chick up. Nobody this woman wants is going to wife her up. Lion of Judah, $2 super chat, says she can join Vivica Fox and buy a 25-year-old smash dummy. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's go. Oh, Darren in Phoenix. You're on live with Donovan, and you go ahead.
What's going on? So since this is kind of like a shoot the shit topic, call in.
Sure.
Just a couple quick points.
Absolutely.
Listen, I may or may not be guilty of stalking her Instagram.
Oh, boy.
May or may not.
Oh, boy. All right.
But I looked at one of the throwback pictures from 2006 when she was 32, and boy, that, even at 32, she was still finer than a box of wine. And a woman that fine, who's almost 50, with no man, no children, hey, I'm just gonna, something wrong with her.
Yeah.
You can't be that fine and no, there's just something wrong with you.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
also,
go ahead.
Also, what was I gonna say? Oh, so I've been doing some live streams on my TikTok.
Okay.
And boy, shout out to Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit because, woo, they make it look so easy.
Yep.
The German Shepherds, they come in and it's just pure chaos. You can say 1 + 1 is 2, and they're like, no.
Yeah, they'll argue with you.
7. You're like, no. It's like, no. Here it goes. 1, 1, 2. Nope. It's 7. And then you break it down logically. And they're like, no, it's 7. And it's just like,
Doesn't matter.
Oh my. And then it's not even that part, because I get it. Women or whatever, they're not gonna. The men are just as worse, or even worse than the women. I mean, when these men come in and they try to argue the point, I feel like I'm talking to a woman.
Yep.
And then there was this one guy who came in the other day, and I already knew the conversation was gonna go south, because before the conversation even started, he said it with a real condescending undertone. Oh, you watch Fresh and Fit, don't you?
Oh, boy.
How many episodes you watch? You probably watch like 20, 30. I was like, oh, here we go.
Here we go.
And then, it's pretty bad. So shout out to you, Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, RIP. You guys just make it look easy. And one quick thing about the black women. I was doing a live stream yesterday, so I get a lot of this. about black women. They say I degrade black women.
Oh,
So
here
I
we
go,
go.
do I really degrade black women? So I made a live stream entitled "Do Black Women Degrade Themselves?" It was the one about the other day. I think it was last week. These 3 black women were charged an extra $1.75 for some sauces. Went batshit crazy. Tore up the store.
Oh, wow.
Almost $30,000 worth of damage. And I was
Wow.
pointing stuff out and I started noticing something. The modern black women, they have a uniform. Fake hair, long nails, curse like a sailor, twerking, and tattoos head to toe like a biker.
Yep.
And that's the modern black woman uniform. And that's all I got to say.
Darren in Phoenix dropping the hot fire. Appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, let us go to Kaylin in Florida. Kaylin in Florida, you're on Live at Donovan, and you go ahead.
How you doing, Mr. Donovan?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I'm great, man. Listen, I want to thank y'all boys, man. I ain't gonna cap. I feel like I was the king of the blue pill.
Man, I give you a run for the throne. Trust me.
Listen, man, my ex damn near made me want to commit, self-deletion.
Right. Okay.
And when I was 29, came across Kevin Samuels, and then that's when I fell into Fresh and Fit and fell into you and all the rest of you boys. I was like, holy shit, this is what I've been doing my whole life. That's why I don't get no respect.
Yep.
Man, and on God, boy, since then, boy, I turned my life around, man.
Good.
Everything have changed. Oh, don't think I wasn't no fat ass or nothing. I always been in shape. But now they hate, boy, I think I'm the most hated in Polk County, Florida. But that's a good thing. Because now I got away from all the bullshit. And now people hate my opinions because I follow y'all like a Bible. I ain't even going to cap. Because what y'all say is true, man. Like, I was listening to that woman when she was going off. I was just sitting there like, bitch, shut the F up.
Yeah. Oh, my
Like,
God,
I don't know
dude.
if I can cuss on your show. But I was just like, shut the fuck up. Let this man talk.
Fam. Oh, my God. Yeah.
That's how it is over here in Florida. When Fresh and Fit be talking about Florida people, only thing I'm born and raised in Polk County.
Oh, okay.
I'm like 3 hours away from them. Yeah, so I'm 3 hours away from them. So I dealt with this my whole life. And I'm sitting there
Oh, my
listening to
God.
them like, man, I had females set dudes at me because the stuff y'all say, I repeat it.
What? Oh, boy. Here we go. Yes, sir. That's how they do, though.
Yeah. Hey, they ain't get far with it because man, listen, I boxed for over 8 years.
Oh, okay. So you already knew what was up.
Yeah, I tell them, they be like, damn, you do all that training for what? I say, run up.
Yeah, let's do it.
Run up on me. I got that Andrew Tate in my blood. Y'all run up on me.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. Look, man, I can't be out here catching charges because I got a record and all. But Dev and I were talking about. We were talking yesterday about it was a lock on the door, or I think I know where that's at. I know exactly where that's at. And I told her, man, I said I wish somebody would break into my house because I've been wanting to legally kick somebody's ass since 2015. Which is the last time I got arrested. But listen, Kaylin, I'll give you the last word, man.
Hey, I'm going to say this. Thank y'all, man. And one little thing. This how crazy and nasty these women is out here.
Yes, sir.
My ex sent 2 dudes after me. Last night to jump me.
Wow.
Didn't end well for them. But that's just how sick these women is when you speak the truth.
Yes.
They don't. They want to silence y'all boys, man. Y'all keep it up, and I appreciate everything y'all done for me, man. Y'all brought me out of a dark place.
Good.
That I never go back to. Appreciate y'all, man. God bless y'all people, man. Want to trust me.
Kaylin, hey.
Kevin Samuels, love y'all, man. I love y'all.
Hey, man. God bless you too, man. Thanks for calling in, brother.
No problem.
Yeah, I like hearing stories like that. Like, hey, man, like I was in a bad way, and you guys helped me out of it. I love hearing that. Okay, let us go to Dan in Virginia. Dan in Virginia, you saw me live with TLA and saw Kendra G and clicked this video. So what's going on, Dan?
Hey, it's Danny, man, from CME.
Oh, Dan! Jesus Christ, how you doing, dude?
Yeah, Danny Chan.
Yeah. I know who you are, man. I thought I recognized your number.
Yeah. Hey, but first, just a little administrivia. I cannot do super chats for some reason.
Oh, it's all right.
So I went ahead. I sent a gripe to YouTube, but I paid my Patreon for the whole year in advance.
Oh.
I was able to do that at least.
Oh, good God, Danny. Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much, Danny. Thank you.
But yeah, it was when TLA first came out, before he really did his little branching out with Kevin and MTR, and I caught that initial episode. Said, okay, I was really ticked off about how he just let her walk all over you.
Yeah.
So my guilty pleasure lately has been watching Kendra G, because she's taken Kevin's formula of asking the same questions,
Yeah.
letting the women tell on themselves. So when this chick came on last night, I'm like, I cannot place her. Where did I see her? It was just bugging the crap out of me. But then when you popped it this morning, I'm like, Donovan strikes again.
That's it.
And I'm trying to work at the same time. I got all my conferences on mute, but I've been like bated breath. Thank you for this live stream today. Take
Absolutely,
care of yourself,
man.
brother. But I really appreciate it. You're doing God's work, helping us all out there. But she can get it, but she's a basket case. And TLA, I still have nothing to do with her.
Yeah, it's a shame, man, because listen, TLA is a smart guy, but you know, like I said, you can't trust men who do not subscribe to the red pill praxeology. You just can't do it. They will, and that this doesn't make them bad people. It just makes them do very bad things at the expense of other men. And you just can't be around those people, man. You just can't be. I've been burned by one
of us for a chick anytime.
You know how it goes. Thanks for calling in, Danny. I appreciate it, man.
Anytime. Be good, man.
All right, man. I was wearing Danny Chan's shirt the other day, to be honest with you. He sent me a shirt. But yeah, he's right. He's right, man. And again, I'm not, listen, man, no shade on TLA. He's incredibly intelligent, man. He's smart, and he does hold people's feet to the fire to a degree. But him talking all that trash about Fresh and Fit, perpetuating all those lies about them. It was quite something that and I was shocked that he would actually do something like that. I was very, very surprised, because I was like, wait a minute, deal. And then he was talking trash about me, and these are my best friends. And I'm like, so I can't stick up for my friends just because they're my friends? So that really, when Abba and Preach were dragging Fresh and Fit through the mud, man, I did not appreciate that TLA piled onto them, and then of course try to drag me in with him. But it is what it is. But shout out to him. King of the hashtag long stroke, I suppose. Ostrike with the $5 super chat says, like so many others who lack humility, Jen's falling standards will always be 2 steps between her falling beauty. Oh boy. Yeah, Ostrike says, in TLA's defense, that was some damn good TV when Jen went off on you. Yeah, you're right. That was some very good TV, because he parlayed the hell out of that and did very, very well. Very, very well. King Life says, Abba still needs his jaw ruined. Dude, he's a pompous ass, dude. He's a pompous ass. I cannot stand that dude with his fucking fake fro. Oh my God. He looks like a dude who masturbates to pornography. He just does. And if he has a problem with it, he can come see me. He knows where the fuck... Hell, everybody knows where the fuck I live now. Come and see me, Abba. At any rate, that is going to do it for this, the 687th edition of TSR Live. Thank you guys very, very much for tuning in. Remember, tomorrow on Sharpe Stream, I will be joined by Kendall Kirkland to break down another episode of Temptation Island. I will break it down in the customary Donovan Sharpe way, along with Kendall, who would tell us, I will tell you what's going on in front of the camera. He will tell you what's going on from behind the camera. So that should be very, very interesting. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.